400 golf courses in Minnesota, but only 5 months of golfing seasons. So, what do golfers do in the winter when the snow falls and the temperature hits sub zero? Golfers head to the indoor driving range, but no driving range like Golf Zone. At Golf Zone, there are heated stalls for golfers to hit the balls, and there is nothing like seeing a golf ball landing on the snow. So, what is the story behind Golf Zone? I want to find out.
On the wall.
Okay.
And the balls are out there. Do you want anything to drink?
We will, yes.
Okay, we'll send somebody back there.
I sat down with Brian Colvin, the owner, and I asked him about his relationship with golf.
Started when I was 3 years old. My father introduced me to the game, and then it just took off from there. Every summer, I would go visit him in Milwaukee, and that's what him and I did. We golfed and we fished. And then it became an infatuation with me. I played high school golf for a little while, and then once I went to college, it was just one of those things that I enjoyed doing in the summertime. And then once I moved here, that was probably 15, 16 years ago, I found out about this place, which used to be Rain, Snow, or Shine Golf, and this was my home away from home in the wintertime. I was just like everybody else. In 2018, I came out here on a weekend. It was open. We hit balls. Came back the very next weekend, and there was a closed sign. Nobody knew why. Nobody could get any answers.
The place has been closed for more than 3 years. Brian bought it right before COVID hits.
Worked from sunup to sundown, literally from October of 2019 to the end of February of 2020, and we opened up March 5th of 2020. And we've been open up ever since. And every day we're just kind of putting our own little spin on it a little more and more. Redid all the floors. We did a lot. And then out back in the driving range, we gutted that completely, ground down all the floors, painted them, painted the walls, put in our own dividers and mats. And then there was poles and cables and netting out on the driving range. We cut down 37 steel poles that were 50 foot high.
Poles?
Because the cables are attached to the poles, and then you have the netting, which is attached to that. There was a netting system that was out here that you would hit the balls into the net, and then the balls would...
Oh, yes, I remember.
Yeah,
Down.
That's right. They would funnel. So that was all destroyed, and so then we cut the poles down, the cables, and now it's just a wide open range with targets.
Well, have you ever thought about owning your own golf course or golf establishment, or just because you couldn't play in the winter?
No. I live and breathe golf, and I always told my wife, I said, you know what, I'm not really one of those guys that ever wants to retire. I want to keep busy. So I said, if I ever retire, or when I do, I'm going to mow yards on a golf course. I want to do something in the golf.
At Golf Zones in Chanhassen, Brian now lives his dream.
Be that person. So that's why I love my job so much. Not only do I get to relate to golf and deal with golf on a daily basis, I get to talk about golf, one of my number one passions, but I get to interact with people that, when guys come in here, or girls, when they come in here, they want to forget about their bad day at work, or they want to forget about whatever stress that they have. They want to come here, maybe unwind with a beer or a soda, and they want to hit a bucket of balls, or 20 or 30, and they just want to relax. And I help them get into that realm too sometimes, where we have guys that'll come in here and they're not hitting the ball right, and they're trying to just relax, but that's stressing them out even more. And then they'll ask, we actually have two PGA pros, Golf Track Academy, that give lessons out here. So I will introduce them to them and maybe give them a lesson or get them into lessons. If they don't want to do that, then I'll share some of my knowledge with them, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but just to see their smile on their face when they leave after they're hitting it better is, I mean, that's why I love my job right there.
As an Arab American, getting on the golf course for me is a refreshing experience. It is a wonderful treat. On the golf course, I might be a bad golfer, but never a bad Arab. Through the years, I met so many people on the golf course, many friends. What is about golfing that brings people together and the camaraderie on the fairway?
I tell people my wife goes to yoga or she goes and gets a massage to just unwind and whatever. When I'm hitting balls or I'm out on the golf course golfing, that is my Zen moment. That's just my Zen time, and I relate to a lot of golfers. They say the same thing. It's that quietness, it's that peacefulness, it's that
Nature.
the nature and the smells and just getting away from the hustle and the bustle. And then
Brian is full of stories, full of energy. He is in his own zone. As I'm leaving golf zone, I saw one of those ball pickers on the driving range. I jumped in, and the sweet young man took me for a wild ride.